Well, hello and welcome back to Wednesday. What is up? This is classified as another one of the open studios that I did not think I was going to have done, but I did. It is, this one's filming well, it's actually filming and airing on Christmas Day. So if you are Christmas Daying, Merry Christmas. If you are not and just have the day off, welcome. All right. Yeah, I just figured I'd move along. So we're going to go to the right of this little guy right here, I think. Just going to see if we can run the border here. I think I'm going to start with this little blue building here. It's turquoise here, but it's actually a lot darker blue. You'll also notice I have my new shiny wet palette sheet, which was good. It came in. I keep saying wet grass is in Germany. They're not. They're in Switzerland. But like I said, I think I said it before. You can buy these in different places now. I think Amazon has them and things like that. But I just order them direct from the company. So normally it's not a problem. But this time I ran out and I was in a rush, and yeah, that was kind of a bummer. Now way over here, I just got blue paint way over here, and I just cleaned this thing. I don't want to start off on the wrong foot here, getting paint on the foam. The one thing I did screw up though, yeah, there's a lot of blue in there. The one thing I did screw up though is I thought I was ordering new foam pads, the pads that go underneath the parchment, but I did not. I actually made a mistake and ordered two different kinds of parchment. So it's good in a way because I get to try the new parchment. It's pretty, seems pretty interesting. So, but another way, I need to reorder from them again. So, all right. So I put out a little bit of the sky blue, the daylight blue, because you keep calling it sky blue. This is. Oh yeah, this new parchment is working great. See how watery this drop is? This was a regular droplet of Createx. See how watery it is now? So again, that's the idea behind the wet palette, is instead of having the drops dry, they'll pull the water from underneath. That's good and bad. It makes these drops watery and almost unusable, but it also keeps them open while you're working. So yeah, if you're trying to make droplets last for months, that's not really the idea. It just keeps it open. Normally a drop like that would last on the palette about 20 minutes before it was dried out. But this little, like what I just mixed here, this will be good for as long as I'm painting today, which is great. Makes it really cool. So what I did while I was talking was I made this darker turquoise color with black and a little bit of the moss green that I had on the palette. And this is just going to kind of shade this down. It's the actual, well, I don't know if, yeah, you guys can see it. It's kind of a slate blue. Make sure it gets a lot of the paint off of this brush. I kind of loaded it up. Yeah, that's way too thin because, yeah, I just put the coat on and it didn't do anything. So, again, trying to stretch out what I got. So I'm going to add a little bit more black to give this a little bit more punch. That should do it. Still really thin. So again, I hope your holiday was good. If you do the Christmas thing, and you're just hanging out tonight, great, welcome. Hopefully you're fat and happy and had lots of good family time. And if you are not the Christmassy type, well then, just a normal welcome to Wednesday night for you guys. So this is my reducer reservoir, and it's got all that black in it from my reducer, but I'm almost done with the blackened reducer, which is good. Let me push it up a little bit so you can see it. There we go. Yeah, I'm almost through with this. I just have a tiny bit left of the reducer that got a drop of black in it. When this is empty, which will be soon, I'll rinse this bottle out, get whatever other, I don't know how I got a drop of black in there, I really don't. But I'll rinse that out so it's totally clean, and I'll put new reducer in it, and we'll be back to normal. All right. Okay, Where to start with this? I feel like I can grab some more information before I really dig in. I do have a lot of the white and a lot of the stuff going on over here, which is nice. But I don't. I feel like I got a bunch of the stuff where the dark areas are. So we're gonna take a look at the copy here real quick. We're gonna go to the tape, as they say. That's not the tape. Oh, it's way over here. Here we go. All right. We watched the old 1940s movie Holiday Inn with Bing Crosby last night for Christmas Eve, and now I have that song stuck in my head. For those who don't know, the movie Holiday Inn with Bing Crosby in 1942 was the inspiration for the hotel chain, not the... I mean, in the movie it's totally different than the hotel chain, but that's where the name came from, which is kind of cool. But there is a song called Holiday Inn, and it's stuck in my head. I won't abuse you with it. All right. So what we got here, yeah, this is going to work out good. See how I've got all the white, you can see all the little white roofs, which I know I cut out, but it's the dark stuff that I'd like to get in here so I really know what I'm doing. Like this little dark building here. So where before, when I did this, I was cutting out all the light areas because they're the easiest to see on the copy. They just pop right out, right? But it's the darker ones that I want to get this time. And if I have the darkest darks and the brightest brights, I'll definitely be able to fill in the gaps. So we got that one. We got one next to the building. So as we are talking, the Cincinnati painting, Through Carol's Eyes, is now hanging at the Butler Institute of American Art, which is very exciting. The Butler is the oldest museum in the United States dedicated solely to American art, which is kind of neat. It founded in 1919 by Joseph Butler, who was a steel, whatever they call the people who make all their money, magnetometer, whatever. He was a steel guy, so he also had a passion for artwork. He and his wife started a collection, and the collection grew and grew, and then he decided to make it public. So that's the other cool thing about the Butler. It is and always has been a free museum. So you don't have to pay to get in, which is great. So they have a mid-year exhibit. No, they do. They have a mid-year exhibition, which is their big national show, which I was fortunate to get in 2 years ago. And then right after that, or shortly after that, they have an area artists show, which has been going on for, I think, 85 years. And so I didn't get into the mid-year this year, and that's okay. It's a super tough show to get into. But when I didn't get into the mid-year, I put the paintings that I had submitted for the mid-year in for the area artist and got in the area artist. So I'm happy about that. That opens January 5th, but that is being hung right now. So this little guy right here that I just cut out didn't really come out. Sorry, my fingers are all painty. It's been a busy couple days around here. I've taken advantage of the holiday time off, so got a lot going on, which is good. All right, here we go. That's better now. I can see through that. So if I could see through it, paint's going to go through it. What else we got? Got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so I have that painting in. Where do I want to go with this? And I also, the Cincinnati painting, and I also have, if you're familiar with Open Studio, which hopefully you are now because you're here, the Generations painting, the old Harley painting, got in that show as well. So those two paintings are going to be on display at the Butler for, I think, 3 weeks. I think that's the duration of that show. So if you're in the greater Youngstown, Northeast Ohio area, the next, few weeks, month, make sure you check it out. Yeah, all these little dark areas. This is great because this will really, like, I didn't pay any attention to them when I was originally blocking in because it's, again, these are the finer details. But now that I'm on that, I can really start to concentrate on them, try to pick out what I can see. There are a lot of windows in here. But it's all about getting the basic forms of those buildings in so that I can put those windows in. And I'm looking at it on the reference photo too, like you guys, and it's overall it's a light grayish color, and then there's a street that runs through here. So between all that and up here too. Well, yeah, I'm just going to cut out everything in this little block. This is the next thing to kind of get done. And I'll do this a lot too. Like once I get into this type of stuff where it's not a specific building, I'll pick like a, 1 centimeter or like a 1/4 inch area and just kind of concentrate on that area. So all the buildings in that area get done. That's pretty common for the way things get done with these paintings. And I'm super happy now. My YouTube algorithm is finally figuring out that I like art. It's very weird. I watch a lot of different videos, a lot of science videos and everything. And so my suggestion page is usually that. Because, when I'm just working, I like to put on stuff in the background. And, but, when I'm doing other stuff, like I'll be actively watching videos like live streams from other artists and stuff. So what's nice is because I've been doing more of that, it's YouTube has been suggesting other artists to me, and it's great. I love it when they suggest an artist that doesn't have a really huge following. That's the best because, I get to kind of enjoy the ground floor of their channel, which is nice, and I can totally appreciate that as I have my baby channel rolling along. So I'm glad YouTube is making suggestions. In fact, there was a live stream. It was just an oil painter. It wasn't an airbrush or anything. It was just an oil painter, and it popped up, and he was doing a live and didn't have a whole bunch of subscribers, only one other person watching, and it was an amazing experience. It was great. Ended up talking to him for a while, during the feed, and yeah, it was really cool. So I guess my point to that is if you're into it, go search out other artists, especially small artists. And show them your YouTube love. The algorithm loves it, and the artist will certainly love it. Because I know I do. I love when you guys hang out. Especially when it's... when it's Watch Steve Cut Really Small Stuff Day. All right. I don't know what I did. And I could just move this and see. I don't know what I did. A pool. I didn't do any of it. Good. Okay. What I was looking for real quick was this area right here above this building. Because I know we did this building like really near the beginning of the process. But I didn't know how much I did above it with that little green. I think it's a tennis court or park or something. I don't know. So I didn't know how much I did there. But I didn't do a lot. So that's good. Just so I don't double cut, No use doing things twice if you don't have to. Soapbox for today. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit, I like Christmas and everything. Don't get me wrong. But, being away from, but Marge and I, we are both away from our extended families. We have Marge's kids here, which is amazing. And, But other than that, our extended family, Marge comes from Wisconsin and I come from Massachusetts. So the holidays aren't always, I don't know. I miss being home, I guess, and I know Marge misses being with her family too. And again, it's awesome we are with our family, with the girls, but, when they go to their dad's house, it kind of hits home that, you're away from family. So if you are away from family during this holiday season, I can relate to you. And yeah, it makes you realize what the holidays are really all about. You grow up as a kid or whatever, and it's all about whatever gift you're going to get or whatever. Not always, not everyone, but obviously it's a major component of the holiday season. But as I'm kind of here and it's really quiet on this Christmas, that really, really hits home, like what Christmas or what's important about any of these holidays, and that's the people that you love that are around you, whether it be family and friends, or family or friends and friends, all of it. So there's my soapbox for today. Keep people you like close. That's what it is. So Marge has to put up with me today. That's her Christmas. All right. Yeah, I'm feeling good. There's some windows in here too, so they're not, obviously it's not like cut out a building, so I'm going to do that slicing trick too, just so I know where those windows are. And then what I'm going to do, so I got those in there. I guess that's all I can really get out of this without having stuff starting to fall out. Those windows though, which were right there, see them? Actually, I'll do it over here so you can see it without the reference photo in the way. So what I'm going to do is on the back side, I'm just going to go in with a knife blade and open those up a little bit more. I have this, you can see it, it's up off the cutting mat. So it's not like I'm slicing that, I'm just using the width of the knife blade to kind of open those slices up so that the paint goes through a little bit easier. There we go. But that's what I got. That's the black for that. I got a frog in my throat. It's early here again. Actually, I recorded this in the morning on Christmas Day, so you guys are watching it now. But we did, like I said, we did our Christmas yesterday with the girls, because they're running around doing stuff with their daddy-o today. So we did our Christmas yesterday. So today's like the 26th for me. All right, so I'm going to line this up. Sure we're good. Yeah, see, I've got a bunch of this already, but I've also I don't have a lot of this, which is also good. Let's see what we got here. Use a heavy black. Not heavy, but 1-to-1. It is definitely spa day around here for the airbrushes. I gotta get them cleaned out. I've been using them pretty much nonstop for over a month. Usually I can go a couple months without having a full breakdown. Literally a breakdown. No, an airbrush breakdown, not a mental breakdown. They happen daily. Just lined up. But yeah, they're starting to feel crusty inside. What I cut out was the darkest dark, so I don't have to worry about just putting this in gray and catching it up a little bit. So if I kind of go over this whole thing and really, get it dark, that's okay. I don't want to get it 100% to saturation though, because I want to have some room to push it darker if I want to. So it's just kind of a balancing game. There we go. So that's a lot of info right there. If I can't put it together with that, then we got problems. All right. What I do want to do though, next to this building here, above the little brown building, this is all really dark too. I don't know why I didn't cut that out. It's not a big deal because we're just going to airbrush it. I don't know why I didn't cut that out. Oh, it's the roof of the building, though. I got to be careful of that. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. What could go wrong? Just going to add a little bit of black to the top of this. Spread it out a little bit. That's it. That's good. I'll lose the hose, though, for now, because I don't need it. Beautiful. All right, where are we at? There's not much else going on color-wise, which is good. So I'm going to start up here. There's a lot of stuff up here that I didn't get, but I'll start here. We'll do this, yeah. We'll do this little mess right here. So there are windows. Oh, I didn't get this building either. Where does that? It comes out literally right at the top corner of this one. So I'm just going to give myself a little tick mark here to indicate where that next big building is because I need it for the back of this building here. There are windows along here. Yeah, that's good. And again, I got to do this building right here later, but I'm just going to kind of get it started. Again, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I need the edge for this little guy right here. Yeah. Good. I need my copy. I'm working, again, it's a balance all the time. You know, I'm looking at the reference photo, and that's amazing because it's got all kinds of detail on it, just like you guys are seeing. But I got to make sure that I stick with the photocopy as well, because if I show you what I'm working on now, we'll get it on here so you can see it right there. See, like I just put the windows in on this guy right here, you know, those windows in the back and all that. But you can see how, like, it's really just I mean, if you back up or squint your eyes, it turns into just a black triangle right here. So I can't get caught up in the super detail, really, and push that because, again, it makes the whole painting look fake. So I really have to, like, kind of bounce back and forth between what I'm seeing here and then what I'm seeing up on the reference photo that you guys are looking at. So it is a balance all the time. And it's tough because, you know, like I know I can paint in more than what the photocopy shows. I know, you know, it's not a technical challenge to paint more than what's in the photocopy because I know I can paint with more resolution than the copy. But the trick is that's just it's not gonna help. It's just gonna, you know, make it look fake, really. And the best example I can give you of that is if you've ever seen a painting with like a sign in it, like someone paints like a billboard or, you know, a cityscape with a sign or whatever. It's a human tendency. We know what that sign says and we know what the letters are and all that. It's human tendency to ignore what you can really see in that sign and what it says. So oftentimes in paintings, you'll see people will just paint, like it'll be like really expressive painting and all this other stuff. They get to the sign and it's just like their handwriting. You know, you can see the letters clear as day because our brain is telling us what the letters are and it's translating that. And you see that a lot with paintings. So this whole thing is the same kind of thing, where I know these windows are here. I know what windows look like, and I know they're rectangular and blah, 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 and I want to paint them all in, but if I really can't see them, then I can't see them. And again, this is all prefaced on, you know, art is subjective, completely subjective. We do what we want to do. So if you want to paint your abstract painting but yet have real letters in it on whatever, then good on you. That's exactly what you should be doing. Again, I'm hoping you're here because you like what I do And so I talk about it in coming from my perspective. It's definitely not the best. One of the I wish I could remember again, another YouTuber that I just started following, an oil painting teacher who graduated from RISD and then went on to New York to get his master's or whatever. But anyway, so he teaches a lot of oil painting for Jerry's Artorama, their website. He does a lot of videos for them. And he had a great saying, and it was basically just that. Oops, sorry, it wasn't oops. His saying was that what he was teaching wasn't like the lesson. It was just a suggestion. It's like you take what he says, and you apply it to what you're doing. If it works, great. If not, that's great too. If you can use part of it, that's great too. And it was a nice take on it, because it wasn't like you must not use black in your painting, and that's it. And it's a hard cast rule that you can never come back from or whatever. It was just like, yeah, try it out. If you like it, great. This is why they say that. Why they say, for instance, not to use black or whatever. And but it wasn't like you must. Wasn't that kind of thing, which is a nice way to kind of frame it. Why is this green so high? Is that building in the right spot? This comes up. No, it is, but it isn't. I just painted the brown too much, and I was going with it. There's a little bit of gray in front of it. Yeah, so again, I guess today's open studio, as far as soapboxing, is about, just that. And also, go find other artists that are trying to get their stuff going on whatever platform you like, YouTube, or I don't use TikTok, but, if it's TikTok, whatever, and support them like you're doing for me right now. And again, I can't really tell you how much it means. It's awesome. Plus, it's awesome for the viewer too, because you get to watch someone do their thing. And I will also extend this out one further. If you are an artist and you were thinking about live streaming, do it. Share your stuff with everyone. You don't have to be like Rembrandt, you know what I mean? You don't have to be the consummate teacher. You just have to share what you're doing, because what you're doing is going to resonate with someone, I guarantee it. And it might not even, you might not, it's like I said, it's not about teaching how to do art necessarily, because someone may be like thinking about getting into it and be like overwhelmed. They see like a Rembrandt type painter on YouTube or whatever, and they're like, I can never do that. But then you're you're kind of at the beginning of your exploration of your art career or your art enjoyment, and you share that, and then someone else sees that and says, oh, that person, I understand what they're doing, I think I can do that. So even if you're at the beginning stages of where you're at and you're thinking about doing it, do it. It is so worth it for the whole community, really. So there's my big soapbox for today. And you know what? It's like, yeah, I've invested a lot over the last couple of years in gear to do it, but I didn't start that way. I did all the live feeds for years and years and years with just my cell phone. And it was good. If you got a decent cell phone, and most cameras now on modern cell phones are amazing. So, yeah, you can just do that. All right, that looks like a good place to break for today. It's been about a half an hour. We got a little bit done. We're just going to keep motoring on this little section. So here is the whole thing. This is what it looks like. And yeah, I could keep saying it, but it's true. We're just chugging along. We're coming along on this one. The money part is done almost with that first inch. That's when this painting is. That's when this painting earns its money. So we're almost done with that, and then we'll be able to move on. All right, if you enjoyed this, please hit that like and subscribe. Join us every week. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. If you want to support us, that's amazing. Just again, hit that like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Or you can be more of a financial help here by being a member. And members get early access to videos and a 10% discount on my website. So there we go. All right, so for Steve Leahy and Through Lachlan's Eyes, I will catch you guys next time.